For the best and most up-to-date news coverage of politics, finance, and religion, go somewhere else.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Henny.
With your hosts, Shannon,
I mean, you want a beautifully painted stool for your balls. I mean,
Sally, and
I'm over, y'all know I watch a lot of the TikTok these days. I'm over people whining about their childhood trauma.
Andy.
earlier.
But before you even go,
Oh, no.
in the house, Shannon fixes us these 32 ounce roadies to go.
Featuring Shiloh
I'm not menopausal, but I'm hot all the time. So
and Eva.
Rick turned to me and said, if this movie continues like this, we are walking out. He goes, I can't be doing this traffic shit.
Wow, production has been busy over the holidays.
Yeah.
Wow.
How is everybody?
Fancy,
Hi,
fancy.
friends.
Hello.
I feel like I haven't seen everybody forever or last
I
night.
know. I've missed y'all.
I know it. It's been
like so close up.
it's been like
I feel
2
really
months.
close up too, Eva. I'm there.
Well, I'm on my new computer from Christmas, so
Oh.
but it's like, damn, girl, you can see my pores. I don't know about that.
The Christmas laptop that you insisted on getting.
I did. I've been wanting it. I've been wanting it for 4 years, and I finally got it.
Yay!
You're
How
right.
is it? How is everybody?
It's
You
good.
can see.
Good.
It's been 2 months.
I know. It's
2 months?
been a long time. So much has happened. Christmas,
Felt like-
New Year's, my birthday,
I know. Happy belated
So
birthday,
much.
SAP.
Happy belated.
Rick's birthday.
Rick's
Yep.
birthday.
Yeah.
Capricorn season is over.
Whatever. It's never really over. So,
Too funny.
yeah, there's so much going on in the world right now.
Oof.
Well, let's do a little recap quickly. What did everybody do for Christmas? How was it? Ladies first. Shannon?
Well, we were here for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and then we flew to Nebraska for a couple days. But just as travel seems to go, our flight was delayed out of Dallas. We got held over in Denver, spent the night at a hotel without our bags, the usual stuff, just traveling over the holidays. So it was all right. So that was good. And then this was the first year that we actually hosted at my house for
I love
Christmas.
it.
Oh.
I know. So
Have the kids been there before?
they have, but it's been a while. It was so funny because I asked if we could do it, not knowing if they would want to come down for it, but they were all game for it. And then I thought, oh crap, now I have to cook something for Christmas Eve. So then I'm like,
You eat
okay,
these?
no, we made a reservation over across the street at the restaurant.
So everybody came to your house and then y'all walked across the
We
street.
walked across the street to eat, yes. And
I
then
like
we came
it.
back over here and had desserts and games and stuff, presents
How
and stuff.
fun.
So
Oh,
yeah,
you know what? Who was it? Eva? You told me, right? Central Market
Yes, the Central Market
is going to
is.
open at that Albertsons.
Yep, they finally got all the permits and everything and
it's gonna be a
codes
big
and all that.
one.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be big.
It's gonna be a big one.
sweet.
But anyway, I
Take a-
wanted Sally Ann was
Go.
asking if the little ones had been here, and it's been a long time. I don't, but the littlest one, he's 5 or 6 now. So we went over and he was like, "Are we going back to the hotel?" And we were like, "Hotel." My
Your-
brother's
your
like,
house.
"Yeah, he thinks you're in a hotel because you have an elevator." And you're
That's funny.
That's funny.
The hotel, yes.
Cute,
I
cute.
I was dangling him off the 12th floor balcony, but
As you should.
my sister-in-law didn't really like that. but-
Yeah.
Just kidding.
She has 2 for a reason. It's fine.
If I drop one, there's a backup, right?
The air and the spare,
Yeah. What about you, Sally Ann?
Well, I went to Mississippi, just the normal hanging with the family, hung out with some old friends from high school. Well, I say from high school, but we all grew up together. I mean, these are lifelong friends, you know. We did not go to a fancy restaurant on Christmas. I usually, my brother and I usually do brunch. We cook brunch on Christmas Day, so we did that. And it was a good time. It was a good time.
How's your
Nothing,
dad?
just, you know, just a normal little Christmas with the fam.
How's your dad?
Very good. Very good. We had a really nice time.
Were all
So,
the nephews there?
yes, they were. They're all grown up now, though, you know. So, I mean, the youngest one's out of college and has a real job and all that. But listen to
Wow.
this. He's actually probably the smartest one because so he graduated from college in, I guess, in the spring, and he's civil engineer. He got a civil engineering degree and he got a job there in Starkville. So he still lives in an apartment with four other guys, like his college roommates. He does that and then he drives my parents' old, like 20-year-old LeSabre or something. So he's making like bank because he's like
Saving
a
money.
civil engineer
Yeah.
and living like a college student. So he may retire before me. And I'm like, yeah,
Too funny,
At
yeah,
least he's working. That generation doesn't work, so that's good.
right?
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
They're all whining about their childhood traumas, right?
Oh my God, the childhood trauma. Ugh.
Too
So
funny.
Sally Ann, when you go home and you see
Yes.
like friends of yours that you've grown up with, are there any old flames like when you were growing up that you run into back home or no?
No,
Okay.
no.
There's no old flames, or they don't live there anymore.
Yeah, neither.
I know when we go back, we try to avoid the Walmart because we're worried about running
Oh.
into people that we know.
Well, it's really funny. Like when you go, it's you always, I mean, it's a small town, you always run into somebody. My friend Stephanie, who lives in Memphis. Oh, her birthday was yesterday, by the way.
Happy birthday.
She's a big fan of the show.
Birthday. Woohoo.
She drove over one day and she and my sister and I just did a little shopping and stuff. And she was laughing because everywhere we went, we had to stop and, you know, talk to people because, and like my sister is still there. So she knows even a lot more people than I do. But there
Yeah.
was like this one person that I talked to for like 5 minutes. And after she left, I looked at my sister. I was like, who was that? You know, because she was like, where do you live now? It was this lady. She was like, where do you live now? I was like, I told her, she's, you know, blah, blah, blah. She said, well, I see you're here with Christy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, she obviously knows me. I'm supposed to know who this person is. And we had a very nice conversation. And then, like I said,
Maybe
I
she
looked
knows
at
you
my
from the
sister.
podcast.
Huh?
Maybe she knows you from the podcast.
Maybe she's a fan from the podcast. No, once my sister told me who she was, I was like, oh yeah. But you know, I probably haven't seen this woman. I mean,
Yeah.
she's, you know, like our parents' age, and we all aged. You know, so.
But when you run into people that you kind of grew up with, but you're not friends with, that you haven't seen in a long
Mhm.
time, I don't know if this is just me, but don't they look so much older than us at our age?
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
it's like they age
Not everyone can
faster.
afford to get work done.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm
hush.
me.
Or Jordan Coles.
Oh, that reminds me. I did run into somebody I knew at the grocery store. And it's really kind of funny. I guess it was the day before Christmas Eve. I ran to Kroger and I was going through and I saw this guy standing there who was actually kind of cute. I was like, he's kind of cute. Like I wasn't paying attention. And as I walked by, he said something to me about if I had a good time in Barcelona. And I was like, and he had to tell me who he was. He was a friend of mine from high school. He graduated a year below me, but I just hadn't seen him in a really long time. And then, you know, I think I told y'all I ran into some friends from home in Barcelona, and he had talked to one of them and knew that they had seen me there. So I was like, oh my God, he had to introduce himself to me. And I was like, oh my God, Weston, I didn't even recognize you. I'm so sorry.
Was
So,
he in camo? Is that what turned you on? Isn't that what turned you on your
he wasn't in camo. It didn't
I'll be
turn.
right
I just
back.
thought he was cute. He sat on a cap, and he's got a little.
Shiloh's
gray,
gone.
you know?
Shiloh's
Shiloh's
gone
going to get his camo. Yes. Anyway, yeah. So
Sounds like a good trip.
about hometown.
Sounds like a very good trip.
It was a good
Sounds
trip.
like a Hallmark movie. Helen goes back
My
home,
little hometown. I
runs
swear, could
into
be,
the mystery man and in the Kroger, and
my hometown could be a Hallmark hometown, a Hallmark town. I think.
I believe it.
It's a very cute little, very little charming town.
Well, and I know what you mean. Every time mom or dad or my brother, sister-in-law would go to Walmart and come back, I'll ask him, what did you get? The first question, who'd you see?
Who'd you see?
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah.
Eva,
Anyway, what did everybody else do?
Eva, what'd you do?
I went to see my parents in Holly, Texas.
Oh,
Um, I I love going there to visit them, but I hate going there at Christmas time because I have to drive myself because Rick goes to Louisiana to see his mom,
uh,
and I hate driving,
Your
and he's my
driver doesn't
driver.
go. You're so
He doesn't
spoiled.
go. So yeah,
how far of a drive is it?
2.5 hours.
Oh, that's so far.
But I know, but it was so awkward because the time off this year with my job is, I think a lot of people had experienced that too. I mean, I have plenty of time off, but I don't like to take it off at Christmas, you know? So we only had Wednesday, Christmas Day off. So I ended up leaving on Monday, but I worked half a day and drove. And then I turned around and came back on Christmas Day because we don't do anything Christmas Day, and everybody was so scattered this year. So we did Christmas on Monday night instead of Christmas
Okay.
Eve on Tuesday. So, but I drove back on Christmas Day and I made it in 2 hours. I was
Now,
flying home.
when you say work, do you mean getting caught up on the housewives
Well,
or
it's a little bit like our friend Roger, when he goes to work on vacations and when we go out of town, move the mouse around a little bit,
Yeah.
or
so it
make
shows
sure
Just on
that
his
green?
phone.
Team,
yeah, my
you don't show idle on teams. So,
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah.
Yes. I
Now you
kept my
just gave
teams
away
on.
Roger's secret. You just gave
I
it
know, I know. I kept
away.
my teams on and checked it every now and then just to say, and
Right.
then respond to the emails and say, hey,
Right.
yeah, whatever.
I'm on
Well,
it.
they
Um,
make a thing. I got to say this right. It's called a jigger, but it moves your
Jiggler.
yeah,
mouse.
It's the jiggler.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know
a
that,
jigger.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
What does it
But
do?
it jiggles your
you
mouse.
plug, or you can just plug it into your USB and it simulates like your mouse moving.
That's too funny.
They've
uh,
invented a way for you to fool everyone else online. That's pretty
I know
funny.
this because a girl I used to work with had one. She was like, "Oh yeah,
No.
oh, there it
Oh
is.
my gosh.
well, hey Eva."
There,
I,
that's better, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
I texted him on the side. I was like, "Can you stop looking down because your
Can
camera
I,
is."
does it do it? Does it do it still?
No, but keep moving your head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because it said center stage and I don't know what that means, but anyways, I checked it.
Well, Eva,
But
how's your
yeah,
dad?
my dad is doing well. For
Good.
those who don't know, Sally Ann being the only one, my dad had a procedure last week to remove some blockage in his legs, and it was he's dealing with some kidney issues as well, so there was a chance that he was going to be put on dialysis,
Oh,
um, but fortunately, the blockage has been removed. Everything circulation is
awesome.
good. However, he had a couple of other issues, and his kidney function actually improved, so there's no dialysis
Good.
involved or necessary. So he's just still in the hospital. He was supposed to be out by Thursday, but at 74, 75, you go in for one thing and
And
they
yeah,
find other things, especially with them being by themselves. They don't take care of themselves as they should. So, but he's doing really well. We talked to him on the phone yesterday, and
Good.
uh,
good.
or I should say, Rick talked to him on the phone. I called, but Rick and him talked. So I'm just the dialer of the phone.
Oh,
It's like, where's Rick? He's right here. But yeah, it was he's doing really well. So
good. Good. Good.
yeah,
Shiloh,
thank
how
you.
was your Christmas?
It was good. I went to my mom's like I always do. Normally, we get up and have breakfast and open presents, or I guess open presents and have breakfast and leave. Because my sister and her family go to their in-laws. They did not, so I had to stay through. I was like, I'm here through lunch. Like, yeah, it
Oh
was
my
weird.
gosh.
I was like, this is like an extra 4 hours. I'm here with nothing to do. Yeah, but
Your
like they
mom
always,
didn't have any tech support stuff she needed you for while
Right.
you were there?
she did actually. I had to fix
Okay.
her. Yeah, I had to fix her new computer that carried over. Like, yeah, but yeah, I it's always tech support. Yeah, but they always want to play games. They want to play like Uno and card games, and I cheat when I play games with them, and like no one wants to sit on the side like where you get yeah. So it's but they don't know how I'm actually cheating. They just know I'm cheating, but I'm
They just
pretending
know
I'm
you're
cheating in a
cheating.
certain way, but I'm actually cheating somewhere. It's like this whole smoke and mirrors, faint within a faint thing.
Like
Okay.
like how when you play Uno, do you throw a 9 card when there's a 6 card?
No, not like that. I can
Oh,
give
okay.
you all my no, not like that. Like
Oh,
well, like yes,
that's
like
what
my
I do.
sister's birthday is today. She's not a fan of the show. I don't think she knows that we do this, but so we like I had lunch with or dinner with them on Sunday, and like we played this. It's called um Egyptian Rat Slap is the name of the game. My
Is it
12-year-old
using
niece.
real? Is it using real rats?
My
Yeah.
12-year-old niece, this is the game
And you're
she
in the
wanted to play,
country.
so we played it. So I kept slapping her in the. Well, they live in Trophy Club. They're not in the country. My sisters.
Oh.
I kept trying to slap her in the face, and apparently that was not how you play the game. But so like you flip a card over, and depending on what the card is, someone slaps it. So instead of flipping it out, I flipped it towards me so I could see the card every time I'm laying down. So I knew what it was to
We
like
used
stuff
to
like
play
that.
a game called like Slap. I think that's what it was
This
called. I
is a
wonder if
this
that's
is
the
a
same
different
thing.
game because it involved if there was a face card, you played different cards.
Yeah.
If there
Okay.
was like a red set. There was all kinds of
Yeah.
weird rules.
I remember
But I
that.
ended up cheating until I won. And I was
Okay,
like,
good for you.
We're never playing this again.
So we played. What is that? Is it left, right, center? Whatever we
I
played.
love
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we did that with the nephews on Christmas Eve, and so we got dollar bills for everybody. Like you give them start with 21 ones or whatever. And so but they loved it because it's easy, right? You're just rolling, and anytime there's money, they loved it. But my mom ended up winning, and I was like, "Hey, mom, when you take this to the bank, you're gonna have $240 worth of ones.
And ones.
They're gonna think you're a dancer or stripper."
That's
I mean,
funny.
she could work the early shift.
Welcome to the stage. No.
Nani.
She could be the
Naughty.
shift. Yeah,
She
the
could be the
lunch shift.
hostess.
She could be the hostess. That's right.
Group B.
Or the bouncer.
So we played that last year. The first time I'd ever played it, we played that last year when, no, it wasn't the first time, but we played it last year when we went to Broken Bow for like Amy and Alan's birthday.
The one
But
we
it-
weren't invited to.
Right.
Yeah, the
that
one y'all weren't invited to.
Yeah.
But everybody, we've been drinking all day, or some people have been drinking too much all day. So by the time we got ready to play the game, everybody had gone to bed, but like 4 of us. So it wasn't as much fun. And of course, Roger was the big winner. Apparently, he always wins games. So
He's super competitive and gets really
Yeah.
mad if he's
No.
He's kind of a bitch.
No. Too funny.
but that is a fun game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And it's easy.
yeah. So is anybody drinking tonight?
Yeah.
Everybody?
I am.
Eva has a big old glass of wine.
I'll have a glass of wine.
Oh,
It
Is that
sounds like everybody had a very good Christmas.
Well, we didn't hear about yours, Andy.
Oh,
I
oh
think
yeah.
it's
He
still
and
like
I've been
Christmas.
talking before. I
Oh.
forgot.
well,
Yeah.
I went home to see my family, my mom and dad, and all my family and friends back there. And I was there till the 30th. And then I flew back to Dallas, but I couldn't stay long. I had to jet off to Los Angeles.
For the fire.
Because they asked me to perform at the Metal New Year's Eve bash. So I went and I sang one of my metal songs there.
There's a metal New Year's Eve bash. What am I missing?
Yeah.
Like
Um,
metal music,
yeah,
METAL.
yeah,
Oh,
Saying
okay.
I sang one of my metal hits.
Does it
Okay.
smack my bitch up?
No, close. It's
That's a good one.
You call me bitch one more time, I'll scratch your eyes out.
Is
That's
that dedicated to Roger?
That's a cult
Yes.
favorite, I think.
That's a
Yeah,
very
and
good
then I flew back to Dallas on January 1st. So
Okay.
it was a good Christmas and New Year's Eve.
How is your I'll skip the metal bash
Yeah.
thing for a minute.
Yeah.
How is your
It,
sweet
it, it
little,
was very last minute.
how is your sweet little great niece?
She's wonderful.
And you
was-
gave her a dress
big.
that lights up?
she
Is
loved
that
her
right?
little pink light up princess dress. Yes.
Okay.
Gorgeous.
To keep you the favorite, right?
Boop.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like it.
And then that's it. And then it was back here in January for a bunch of stuff, and we jetted off to New York on your birthday, actually.
Yes.
That Thursday.
Before we leave the holidays, did you
Yeah.
go to any church potlucks or anything like that y'all are known for in the South? Was there any like covered dish events?
No, but
No?
I'm thinking the first Tuesday I was at home. Yeah, people came over and people just brought stuff.
What was your favorite thing that people brought over? We've talked about this. What are those good dishes and covered dish
Oh my
nights?
gosh. There's just so much stuff.
30 different casseroles.
Yeah.
I
No,
love a
there
good
are
casserole.
no casseroles.
No?
It was all
I
just
love a casserole.
Oh,
I'm
me
not gonna
too.
lie. Just one
Um,
pan, everything, dump it all in
yeah.
there. Love it.
That's what I do from the South.
Well,
If
my
you've got cream
neighbor,
of mushroom soup and like a protein, you're good. You
well,
can just
you know,
start throwing shit in
my
there.
my dad was ill in January. So he was had that procedure on his heart, and so the neighbors and friends were bringing food over too. But my neighbors, TR and Lisa, they brought down some spaghetti. Oh my gosh, that was so good. And then our other friend Terry, she made this huge box of fudge.
Oh,
It was just the best. And then Peggy made these little cheese biscuits. They were so good.
And do you prefer chocolate or peanut butter fudge?
I like both.
Oh, peanut
Oh,
butter.
Peanut butter's
what my
better.
mom used to do is she put a layer of chocolate and then put a layer of peanut butter on top of that.
Yeah.
So you have both together. Oh yeah, so good.
My mom, she calls it tiger butter. It's really thin, so it's not like a good piece, but it's basically like a chocolate peanut butter swirl.
Yeah,
yum.
awesome.
White
But no,
people.
good holiday all around.
Yay.
Yay.
So cheers.
The best part, it's over.
Cheers.
Yeah, it was like 2 months ago.
Okay. Moving right along.
I'm moving right along.
Okay. So what are
Not
we
rusty at
obsessed
all.
with?
This is good.
Right?
What are we what?
What are we obsessed with? It's been a while. What are
Yep.
you obsessed with?
Ladies first.
Diane?
Eva?
Evie?
Me?
Yes, you first.
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so I am obsessed. This is going to sound, well, in the tradition of all the things that I'm obsessed with, it's very gay.
Uh,
Wait, are you gay?
Long story
I'm
short,
shocked.
I never had a Barbie doll when I was a kid, and I always wanted a Barbie doll.
That's a lie.
I never did because I had a little sister who was a butch little sister, and she never wanted Barbies. And I kept telling her, ask for a Barbie for Christmas, for your birthday.
Means you never wanted a Barbie?
Nothing. No, she never wanted a Barbie.
And Monica was
She
30
just,
when you were born, so that
yeah,
wasn't an
so
option.
she was too old. But so Rick got me this Barbie, and
Barbie doll.
it's very the time is couldn't be any better, but it's not really a Barbie, but they're called naturalistas, and they're from
What?
Target, or you can get them at Target. They are African American dolls
That
with
looks like
hair,
Diana
God.
Ross.
Diana
You
Ross.
did that.
with hair,
Yes.
with
Did you put that
hair.
wig on?
No, that's
What?
all her hair. That is all her
Y'all
hair.
remember
Look
when
at this.
Diana Ross did
Look at
that?
Yeah.
this.
That hair? Yeah.
Look at this. Oh, I just teased it. I just made it fabulous.
Oh, you
Look,
did that.
I
It
this
couldn't
is
wasn't
tell
well,
what
like
it
it comes
before.
like this, but you have to like zhuzh it up a little bit. So
okay.
this is Laya.
Does it come with like a comb and brush or like
Oh, even better. It comes with a pig.
This is cultural appropriation.
Yeah, I'm not
No,
sure
I
about
love
this.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's Black
There's a
History Month,
reason you're
so
getting deported. and this
It is
it.
Black History
well,
Month.
if I do, I'd say this is going in my cage. My naturalista Barbie. But
What's
I
her
got
name? Sorry, what's
her name is Leah.
Okay.
I say Laya
So
because
you
it
gave her
sounds
a
more
white person
demure.
name.
So no, this is the name that came with there on the box.
A white person
I didn't
name.
change
Yeah.
anything. So Leah, she, was hanging out at the condo for a little bit. And I was just looking on the back of the box and she just has so many friends. So here comes Dana.
It's Dana. That's Queen Latifah's real name, Dana.
Here comes Dana to come join the party.
Jesus Christ.
I'm obsessed. We watched Drag Race on Friday, and I came home early to sit and play with my Barbies. But look at that hair, girl. Come on. And shout out to Rick because he did not want to be left out. Rick, thank you so much for buying these for me. I'm obsessed. And I'm waiting for her other friends to join the party.
How
But
many
she's
friends
beautiful.
does she have?
Well, she's got some male friends, which we're not there yet.
With
So,
hair?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hair-
Fades.
hair-
They have
It
fades.
goes up.
Where are their
They
hairs
have-
at?
They have fades. But yes, and she also came with her trusty little pick. But
What are they wearing?
this one's a little disco, like maybe something you'd
Her
wear to the
skirt's up.
Grammys.
She's
You
not
need to
wearing-
pull it
Yeah,
back.
she's
Her camera
showing
showing.
a little bit more than
Well,
she should.
hers always rides up.
Come on,
I think
Dana.
she's trying to say
Dana's a
something, but
slut.
but look at these heels. Look at these chunky heels. Look at that. Look at that.
They don't
Okay.
work.
Do Barbie
And-
clothes fit them?
I think so. I'm gonna try it because I have another Barbie. But
don't
look,
get over the hips.
Leah's wearing these bell bottoms, like very like Take,
my
ain't no
God.
mountain high enough. But look, it's just wonderful. So yes, I was just brushing her while we were talking earlier. So.
All
So
righty.
you gave up the wig obsession, but now you're doll wig obsessed.
Yes, because
Right.
the Barbie dolls have flat, ugly hair, but
Not
hello,
them.
You mean a white
naturalistas.
person hair? Yeah.
Come on, naturalista. I haven't met them yet, so they're in the
Are you gonna
closet.
braid the one like you did for that one wig that you have that was inappropriate?
I think so. I think this one is the one that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh my
This is going to
gosh.
happen.
Some
This is
poor
going to be
girl's in.
Madonna.
That
Madonna,
is
human nature. I see it. I see it in her future. But look at that.
that
Just
is not what I
wonderful.
expected today.
But that's what I'm obsessed with.
Oh my gosh.
You have the
Right.
weirdest obsessions, like Legos
So
and like,
So
oh my
gay.
God.
It's from my repressed childhood.
I thought you were gonna say you're obsessed with the earring you found in the parking lot of the Stoneleigh P
Oh
yesterday.
no, I haven't cleaned it yet. That'll be next week when I wear it all week at work.
All right,
Okay.
Shiloh, what are you obsessed with? I hope it's not dolls.
So I never had Barbie as a kid either. Which I didn't. So, because I've been reading a lot lately, there's this new app that I found. It's called Fable, Fable.
Oh.
So basically, like you can log what you're reading. There's book clubs. They give you suggestions based on what you like to read. So when I first found out about it, I spent like half a day going through all the books I have in my house and adding them into this
I love it.
Nice.
Cataloging
And
everything.
so because I did that, like I have big books like since I was a kid. So I found like my second grade teacher gave every kid a Aesop's Fable book with like a little
Oh.
Merry Christmas note in there. Like I found that, and
Mm.
apparently I never finished reading Frankenstein. I haven't.
What do you mean you put it in the app? I don't
89-cent Frankenstein.
So
Log
you
the name, the titles
So
of the books.
you
in that
basically
app.
like it's like when you log
Oh.
for your cult, like you have to log the food
Yeah.
you eat. You log
Yeah.
the books you read.
Oh, I thought you meant the actual content.
Sorry,
of
yeah.
the
So
book.
no, you
Yeah,
log
yeah.
the
Nice.
books. Like so, you just go and like, okay, like what am I reading right now? So
But then
it's
it
kind
can
of
make
like
recommendations based on
yes,
what you've
based on what you've
read.
read. So I went in and like logged
Ah.
all the books that I have in my, and I have like a stack of like 20 books that I want to read. So those are in the list of books to read next.
Cool.
Like I'm gonna have a note on my phone where I was just tracking stuff I want to read. That's now like in the app.
So if
So
you
I'm trying
read
to
so many
organize
books
everything.
this year, do you get gold stars and a pizza party at the end of the year?
Oh,
Like,
You
yes.
get a personal pan pizza.
I don't think they do personal pan
That you have
pizza
to make
anymore,
yourself.
but I could. Yeah, I'd love to go to a. Well, I don't want to go to the elementary school, but I'd love to go like.
now you're getting
You sound a little far away,
What's up
Shiloh.
with Shiloh's
Yeah.
microphone?
Your
How
mic
about
sounds
now?
far.
How about now?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, it's a little
Cut
bit
out.
better.
Can you turn it up?
I have new headphones. Hang on.
Are those
It
your
was
gaming
good,
headphones?
and then it
They
just
are
You
my
look-
gaming headphones. Am I okay?
It's just
Eh.
not far
Fair.
away.
You look like you're in the military with your
I
green hat
know.
on and
Yeah.
you're giving
how about
Sally
now?
and all the feels, I think, in that.
You're
Bravo.
giving Butch.
Am I still far away?
I like
Yeah.
your mic, Shannon. Where'd you get it?
My what?
Your mic.
Oh.
That's
I
what
know, I
I'm
like
gonna
it.
do. I'm gonna drop it
Amazon.
back,
It's
you
one
guys
that. It's probably the one Andy told us to get back from
Yes.
Amazon.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Shiloh.
so Fable. Try that app if you're a reader. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sally Ann, what are you obsessed with?
Well, this weekend, who did, oh, Charlotte disappeared. I made a quick little road trip this weekend. I'll kind of share that real quick. As I said, my friend Stephanie's birthday was Sunday. I think it was either Wednesday or Thursday. I got a text from her husband being like, hey, if you're not doing anything this weekend, come to Memphis, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, you know what? Why not? So I went to Memphis this weekend. On the way home, I did, instead of doing a podcast, I was listening to a book. I'm still not finished with it yet, but it was a book about the Salem witch trials.
Ooh.
And now I'm a little bit like those girls that were the main accusers. I think those were the original Mean Girls. I think they were just horrible people, really, that just had people imprisoned and killed for sport, really.
Yeah.
And I'm not finished with the book yet. That's the only thing about a book. It's like so many hours. So I've got to finish. I've got about 2.5 more hours of the book left. But
Yeah.
So is it like
so-
a fictional one based on that, or is it like
no,
a
it's just
documentary sort of
yeah.
Nonfiction.
Yeah,
nonfiction? There you go. That's
nonfiction.
awesome.
It's a documentary style book.
Yeah.
Documentary style.
Oh God.
There's fiction. There's nonfiction.
There's a camera
there's
crew
biography.
that's writing it out.
So I've got 2 or 3 more hours left, and maybe I'll give y'all another update next week. But I'm really, the whole thing was very disturbing yet fascinating. So
Yeah.
You know what?
just that mass hysteria just going through. Yeah, and that was before social media and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's my obsession du jour.
I'm gonna have to look.
Well, tell us how it ends. I think it's a lot of fire, a lot of burning, or
I'm gonna have
drowning, or
to.
whatever.
They were actually hanging a lot of
Oh,
them. They
hanging,
were they were
really?
hanging most of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they hang.
I'm gonna have to look into those documentary style books.
Shut up.
They look really good.
That's my favorite, the documentary style book. It's okay,
Documentary
boo-boo.
stuff.
All right, Andy.
Oh, I'm obsessed. I found a couple of documentaries on Diddy, P. Diddy.
Oh, you were telling me about that yesterday.
He is messed up. Oh my gosh.
Were they in book form?
Oh no, they're in TV form.
Okay.
Shannon will never live that down.
That's not the worst thing he's ever done. I think we're fine.
That's pretty funny though. But no, just been obsessed with all the Diddy stuff. He's just awful. He's an awful.
How come we haven't heard much about it? I guess no trials or anything. I mean,
Not
I
yet.
thought we were going to get this avalanche of all these.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I would have loved to have gone to a party before they shut them all down.
Yeah. He's just been trying to, the only time I ever hear about is when he's been trying to get out and he keeps getting denied. That's it. So
denied.
I think I saw something the other day about Jennifer Lopez saying that, oh, he hid all these things from me. Like, okay.
Yeah, girl, don't
I
even
don't
talk.
think he
Just
did hide
stay
anything
quiet.
from her. I think that's why Ben Affleck got out of that. He's like, I'm distancing myself.
I think it's because he was wanting to do Dunkin' Donut commercials. Like there was one on the Grammys last night. But
Was there one?
he's doing Dunkin' Donut commercials with
Ben
his
Affleck.
brother. Yeah,
Well,
with
I
his
knew
brother.
he did one last year at the Super Bowl, right? And it was a big hit, and she was a little bit jealous, I think, because
yeah. So
Eh.
we saw it last night.
What about you, Shin? What are you obsessed with?
So I'm obsessed with Trader season 3. I can't help it. I wasn't going to be, and at first I wasn't really liking it, but now I'm totally obsessed with it. I'm still obsessed with Alan Cummings' outfits. They're just getting better. And Bob H was on the show. He was are y'all watching it? Bob H is the trainer, right? So he has just as fabulous outfits, almost.
Yes, he does.
Almost. In his little shorts, he was adorable. Yes.
But I'm obsessed with the players now. Like, even and I were talking about this yesterday as I was watching. I don't know if you're caught up yet, so I won't do any spoiler alerts for anybody. But the last episode, Timmy and I were watching it and screaming at the television, like yelling at the television, how dumb those people are.
So here's something interesting about the traders. I didn't realize. Some friends of mine and I, Kenny and Stephanie and I watch and text. Carolyn, you know who I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you know she's under 40?
Yep.
She's like, yes, she's like 37, something
She
like
looks
that.
60.
Hard life.
And she looks like she's tweaking all the time too, right?
Yeah.
Doing all these weird face things.
She annoyed me. She annoyed me at first, but she's become one of my favorites because she's just so kooky.
She is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But the traders are gonna they all turn against each other.
They're dumb. Dumb.
Yeah. But
and
my favorite is Derek because he's figuring all of it out, and that's why I liked him on Big Brother too.
He's like Peter from last year.
Yes,
the Peter Pals.
Yes, but Peter got screwed last year, so hopefully Derek won't get
He
screwed.
did.
Anyway, if you haven't watched it, Andy, are you watching it?
Nope, but I might start. What's it on? Is it on Max?
Peacock.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm obsessed with. Oh, I did watch. We were talking about documentary books. I did watch an actual documentary that I hadn't seen. It was about Nick and Aaron.
Oh yeah. What's that on? Is that Max?
I think that's on Max.
Max or Hulu, one of those.
One of the two. Ooh, I don't like the Backstreet Boys are problematic based on that.
Really?
Yes. Anyway, so.
Well, NSYNC was always better than the Backstreet Boys anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So.
You could say that they wanted it that way. But...
Oh.
Okay, dad
So-
joke.
What are we over, Eva? And we lost your camera.
Yeah, I'm
He's
here.
playing with his Barbie doll.
He's eating.
No. Okay.
He's changing their outfits, so he took off the camera.
Okay, so we'll talk about it more when it comes time for Shiloh's bit, but I'm so over this Dallas Mavericks Luka drama crap.
Yep.
It's
Oh, I have a whole thing for
everywhere.
that.
Yep.
It's everywhere you turn. And I go on Reddit to get my Bravo housewives like gossip and stuff. And somebody posted a tweet that somebody had sent out to the universe saying, "What does this Luca drama Dallas Mavericks thing mean? Explain it to a simpleton." And it's Bravo Housewives. So some guy commented and retweeted it and says, "Nene Leaks just got traded to Real Housewives of Potomac, and in return for Portia from Real Housewives of Atlanta." That's what it means. And I almost wet myself because I was reading it at work, and I was like,
That's
"Oh my
pretty
gosh,
funny. That's
oh my
pretty
gosh!"
funny.
I don't know
And it
what
was
that
like,
means.
yeah, but anyways, I'm just over it, and I don't. We can talk about it more, but I'm just over
Yeah.
it.
I'm sure we
It
will.
was shady, 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 shady.
Shiloh, what are you over? Softball already.
Oh my God, I'm not ready for softball. I played a round of golf Saturday afternoon, and then I was sore when I woke up, and then we played softball yesterday. I practiced scrimmage yesterday. I was sore today, so I'm going to be over softball season already.
It's called getting older, Shiloh. That happens to all.
No, like even since I'm in my 20s, like after playing like the games of softball, like I'm always sore the next day.
Yeah. Okay. Sally Ann, what are you over?
Oh, it took me a minute. I thought of it. I am over, and if y'all say this, I'm sorry. I am over. I didn't have that on my bingo card.
Oh, yeah.
You talk to a different generation of people than we do, apparently.
No, I've heard that a lot lately.
I didn't have that on my 2025 bingo card. Like, yeah.
You're tired of that saying.
Let
Yeah.
it go. Yeah, it's done. It was probably funny the first few times somebody heard it, and now it's like always. I didn't do that on my bingo card. Well, neither did I, because we're not playing bingo. So let it go.
Maybe we should start a bingo app.
I've heard that a lot lately.
Yeah, that
A whole
seems to
lot
be.
lately.
Yeah, it's a lot right now. So that's what I'm over.
Okay. Andy?
Okay. Lately, meaning lately the last 5 or 6 months, I've been over a particular person. Ellen, Julian Huff, Andy Cohen. This month or this week, I'm over Billie Eilish. I don't get her. I don't understand her. I don't think she has any talent whatsoever. I think I want her to go away.
Okay, boomer.
She doesn't sing. She just speaks on key.
She does just speak. Yeah.
That's all she does. And it's not even singing. It's just with Billie Eilish.
I also want her to put on a pair of pants that fit, but.
Why are they too tight or too big?
Oh, no, they're just like 5 sizes too big and too long.
Oh.
She looks kind of stupid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Billie
I'm
Eilish.
over her and her brother's weird relationship. He's
Ooh.
everywhere with her all the time. It's creepy.
That's, yeah.
Anyway, that's what I'm over. Make her go away.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll work on that.
Stan?
I am over so many of the apps or websites that I log on to, not adult ones. That
To make you verify your age and your identity.
No, that make me send a code in order to log in again over
Uh-huh.
and over. And I'm like, I log into this all the time. Why am I having to get another code to log into this site? I mean, so I get it for security.
It's for your protection.
But geez, really?
I know.
Do you want people to know the type of porn you look at? No, you want that to be secure. I get it. I mean,
it's like there should be an opt-out, like, this is me. Don't ask me every time, maybe every 5 times, maybe every 10 times, but it's like,
I also hate it when you do like remember me on this device or
Yeah.
save my user ID, but it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
I know first world problems and all that, but
You guys need IT support.
right. It's difficult for old
Call
people.
Timmy from IT.
All right. So what's next, children?
Before we go into Eva and or Shiloh.
Oh, are we not going to talk about what we're celebrating?
Yeah, I
Oh
guess that
my
part.
gosh. Go ahead, Sally Ann.
Well, it's not much because really a couple of things, I don't want to bring up some of the big stuff if I bring up things that are going on, it would cut into Shiloh's or Eva's. So here's just a quick, and this is today. Today is the birthday of Henry Heimlich of the Heimlich maneuver. I think we should all, appreciate him, right?
All right.
He was probably a favorite.
And on this date in 1690, the Massachusetts colony issued the first paper money. That was in 1690. And then in 1913, Congress voted to ratify the 16th Amendment, authorizing the federal government to impose and collect income tax.
Son of a bitch.
Kind of coinky dinky that's on the same date. And then also just in 1959, today is the day the music died.
The Big Bopper.
The Big Bopper,
Richie
Richie Valens, and Buddy Holly.
Buddy. I was gonna say Buddy Epson. Wrong Buddy.
So there you go. There are other things going on.
Marty Jones.
There are big things in sports and entertainment, but
don't steal our thunder.
I'm not stealing that thunder.
No.
So
Sorry, I had to take care of some things.
Well,
okay, Andy, what were you going to tell us?
well, I got two things.
Okay.
Eva and I learned last night or yesterday afternoon.
I knew you were gonna bring this up.
He's already laughing so hard.
Shannon learned too, but she probably doesn't remember.
Oh, it's Sunday Fun Day, right?
Yeah.
Sue Ellen was there, right?
So many things I didn't know that my friend Janelle,
aka Darnell,
educated us were invented by our African American friends. And I'm going to call bullshit on a lot of what she said.
The best one was potato chips, and we're talking. Darnell and I are talking. I said potato chips, and Andy yells from across, "No, potato chips were invented by Lay's, Frito Lay."
The guy's name that Darnell showed us, his last name was Crumb.
His last name was Crumb. Yeah. Ironically.
Well, I told her, I said, Janelle, you can't get all your information off the dark web.
And then also, like, everything that he kept trying to verify came up as AI. And we're like, oh, girl, really? No.
And
no, but there is some truth to some of it, but it was just quite hysterical because it was like, it
and then
started
it got to be a joke, and then it'd be a joke.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
then it was like crosswalks.
It's like
traffic lights and crosswalks. Why are the crosswalks white?
Stay off Black.
Because you couldn't see them if they weren't.
Stay off Black Twitter. Stay off Black Twitter.
It was hilarious. Yeah, we loved Darnell.
At the end of the day, all the white people stole everyone else's inventions.
Yes.
I mean, there's some truth to that. There's some
pretty much.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
I question a lot of what she was saying.
All right, who's first?
Oh, wait, one more thing.
Oh.
Today I started my fundraising campaign for Dallas Walk MS.
When is the walk?
Saturday, April 5th.
Are you going to be?
You have
MS? Cure you?
I hope so.
He's given enough money. Like, I say, if it doesn't cure him this year, he says, "Screw it, I'm not making more money."
Yeah,
just get a refund if it doesn't cure you.
I got my first donation for $1,200.
Yeah.
Wow.
From
I know, right?
Our friend Matt Ross.
Did you have to send feet pics?
Yeah.
Nope.
Matt Roush donated $1,200.
Yeah.
Well, his company.
Awesome.
His company. That's awesome. I remember you
I
talking.
thought he worked for the government.
So, I'll post a link to donate in the show notes.
Are you sure it's not from Elon who got in the payment system?
Those damn show notes we talk about every week.
Is there a tariff on that money?
So what's your goal, Andy?
$10,000.
$1,200.
10,000. I would like
10,000.
to do 15,000. The most I've ever done is 13,000. But 10,000 is the goal, 15 is the wish.
So
What did you do
I'm
last
going,
year? Sorry.
well, yeah, what was it last year?
10.
Okay. So we need, and we know a couple of few people who are in the swag business, that could maybe get us some t-shirts.
For the walk.
Huh?
Right? For the walk?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
So we need some t-shirts, and we also need people to walk, because if you're on team Candy, we get VIP treatment because he
Yep.
raises so much money. And also, if you decide to, because I did this last year, you start a fundraising page, become part of his team, it all goes to the same
So
thing.
this sounds like a
So
pyramid
it's all-
scheme.
Oh,
A little bit, but
The money tunnels up.
yeah, it doesn't refer to upline and downline, but
Yeah.
it's kind of the same.
There's a link you can go to. I created the team already. You can join the team and you can fundraise for the team.
Can we just share your post on Facebook? Will that
Yeah.
do the same thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not really part of a team kind of guy, so yeah.
But last year it was fun. We went to the walk and we went to brunch after.
And you had a like Sally Ann said, a VIP table in the special section.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
It was.
And it's a 1 mile walk too.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's like, yeah, you can do that hungover, you could do whatever. So
Drunk. Yeah.
it might help your hangover.
Well,
yeah. But it was
So-
fun. It was a
well-
nice day last year. We had a nice time.
yeah, we did.
did that brunch and then we went to somewhere. The
Y'all
door.
went to the hidden door afterwards, I
Yeah.
think. I didn't go, but I think y'all did.
Yeah, who went with us? Pam, Mom went, and
PH
met
walked
y'all
with
after.
us.
PH,
Pam went to
Timmy,
the hidden door.
Rosemary.
Rosie, yeah.
Rosemary. Yeah. She
Yeah.
came. Yeah, fun.
So yeah, share the link. It's on my page. And we got 2 months to get $10,000.
So
But
can
somebody
I?
holler at Roger or Kathy or Sarah or somebody and get us some t-shirts.
We'll put it out there.
Andy's Angels.
His team
Andy's
hashtag
Angels.
Andy Strong.
Andy's song.
And
We'll
can
change
we
the
have,
name. Don't worry.
can we have a photo of me pushing you out of your wheelchair like I
Oh,
did?
Nice.
Sally, I
Oh, Sally, you know this.
I
I
need
know
to
you don't know
know.
this.
I
like,
did
what?
it
I
again.
thought,
I did it
did you
again.
really do a Laura Ingalls
A
on him?
second one. A second
Should
one.
this be?
Right?
Oh, wait. Before you go, should this be like a weekly thing, like a how Candy got knocked out of his wheelchair?
Well, he was,
Seriously,
might be
Shannon,
good.
twice?
he was
Where?
too
In New
busy
York?
reading his
In New York?
documentary book.
No, not in New York. It was here. We were
It was
watching
here.
the playoff football game that
Yeah.
Friday night, and so Andy and I and Brandon and just
Eva- Eva
It's
was
me.
there.
yeah. So, but Eva left, I think. and it was just-
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Because I know it was the New Year's
I know
thing.
it's New Year's. But anyway, so Andy called his Uber and they said we were at Woody's. So instead of picking him up at Woody's, they said meet across the street in that bigger parking lot. I was like, okay, let's go. So I got him across the street and I got on the sidewalk, but there's a big, huge gash in the sidewalk.
It was level.
It was not level. And so I hit it and he went, boom.
You wind up out of the chair?
It was level. It was level. He does
It's
this.
not level.
Face down, ass up in the
Is
street.
this- and he went poof.
And poor Andy's on his hands and knees, and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then he's like, don't move me. I'm not getting up. I'm well, you got to get up at some point. We're not leaving
No,
you here all night.
but
Shannon cannot be trusted.
But my
swear.
legs don't move like that. I have to think about how I can get up.
So you were on the sidewalk though. You weren't in the street.
Right.
No, sidewalk. Yeah.
Okay.
Not the street. That would have been.
That's
but
his
anyway,
next move.
There
Oh,
was,
that happened later.
there was a really nice gentleman in a big truck that stopped. There was a
Good.
little girl getting food there that stopped. We had somebody, a bartender from the Roundup stop. So we had plenty of people that
Good.
put it back in the chair.
There's several homeless people.
All the king's horses and all the king's men. right?
Several homeless people were watching this. So it was quite a story.
So that was the first one.
No, that was
That
the
was the
second one.
second
The other
one.
one was a long time ago. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so that was the second one. But
The other
You
one was
wait.
way more cocktails.
Yeah, he waits a couple of years between pushes.
but we were in New York and and it was snowing and they had me pushing the wheelchair. I go, we know what happens.
I
when
mean, that
push
was
the wheelchair, right?
anybody should have known that was a bad idea.
I know, but I
Just a
just
smidge.
But anyway, he's held it against me with his skinned knees.
We,
Mhm.
you know why? Because the sidewalk was level.
Well, I'm glad
Oh,
you're okay, and I'm glad
Yeah,
you were able to
thank
get
you.
back up.
I just wish we
You know,
had it on film.
back up in the chair. So
Me too.
It's
I'm
on
sure there's a
TikTok.
security camera that has it out there.
there's a camera somewhere that has it.
So we're gonna have
If it
we're gonna have that picture on our t-shirts.
if it had been on TikTok, that would have been my obsessed with.
In slow motion.
We could make you go viral.
I could be a highest rated download on YouTube.
You could be an influencer now.
Oh God. All right, who's going first? Shiloh. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do this.
Well,
Let's do
let's
this
Yeah, I'll go
sports
first.
stuff.
So because
Let's
he was
do
over
this,
it anyway.
Luca.
Yeah.
We'll start before we get there. We'll start with the other things just to get us all tied up.
Okay.
For all of our fans who don't watch sports, unless they're listening to us, Ohio State did win the national championship. None of us got that right. Eva picked. Eva
Oregon.
actually picked. I think everybody but me picked Oregon, but Eva.
I forgot to pick.
SAP forgot to play. Yeah. But
Shannon forgot to put submit.
yeah, Shannon. There's a lot of failure. So it's basically Candy, Eva, and I.
Yeah, there's a lot of failure.
So
I
He made his
I
pick.
didn't think he'd win it anyway.
Eva got the most points, so he did win. Even though none of us picked the right winner.
Rick picked. Did Rick pick?
Rick did.
Rick did all the
Yes.
picking. Yeah, I'm sure.
But I
Rick did,
won.
yeah.
But let it be said real quick. I won the Final Four, and I won this one, the college one. So
You don't even know what it's called, but good for you.
I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, don't even know what it's called.
Sports code.
We'll do that again for the March Madness when that comes around. in a couple
You
months.
get a Barbie for winning. There you go.
Yay!
Oh,
Oh,
You get two. You get two.
It's a naturalista.
That's it. That's what they
Naturalista.
named it.
Maybe
Did they do, are we there?
Maybe there'll be a sponsor, Eva.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't think. No, you're good. I don't think we had the right mix for their target audience, but we can work on that.
We gonna do a Super Bowl one?
We could do stupid. There's not really a Super Bowl. We could just pick who we think was going to win.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I go next. So next up, we have the Super Bowl. A little bit of controversy. A lot of people think the Chiefs, all the refs are on the Chiefs side. It would be really, really, really hard to turn this into wrestling and actually choreograph, plan this out. Those athletes aren't that good. Even if they knew the plays that were happening, they're just not that good to make those plays. But
or that smart.
Or that smart, yeah.
To
Or
pull
that
it
smart.
off.
Yeah. So we have a repeat of the Chiefs and Eagles coming back in to the Super Bowl. They played last year. The Chiefs are on the cusp of being the only team to three-peat, but we can't say three-peat because the Lakers, Pat Riley, trademarked that term. So you got to call it something
Really?
else.
What?
Yeah. When the Lakers three-peated with
Wow.
Kobe and then Shaq and Kobe, he trademarked that term. So you can't use it without giving him money. So nobody can say it on the radio or TV.
That's
Wait,
ridiculous.
isn't
Really
he dead?
Well, nobody listens to us. So
Pat Riley's
three-peat,
not dead.
three-peat, three-peat.
He's not dead. I thought he was dead.
No, he's like the executive or something for Miami.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's happening. So that's kind of like a little bit of exciting there. That's never happened. They're actually the only team that's won back to back and then made it to the Super Bowl. Like 4 teams made it to the championship, conference championship, but never made it that far. My money's on the Chiefs. That's really hard to bet on Mahomes, and I hate the Eagles. I think their fans are
The worst.
Evil.
garbage.
Evil.
Garbage
Did
people.
you see? Did you see a couple weeks ago in the playoffs where the one fan was berating the other
Yes.
from the
What?
visitor?
Called
The
her
woman. Some woman.
Holy
Yeah.
C word.
Yeah, and
No.
they banned him from all future games.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
But
Yeah.
that's a badge of honor. Like Philadelphia fans, they embrace.
They're proud of that.
They're proud.
Yeah.
They're proud, and it's only football. Philadelphia fans, for all their sports are fine. It's just this, like they are proud of this, and it's okay.
They love the fact that they're the worst fans.
Yeah.
They're
Wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's insane. Yeah, I just think the Chiefs will do it, pull it off. It's just hard to bet against Mahomes and the Eagles. And if you haven't seen the video of the Philadelphia mayor trying to do the Eagles chant, which is spelling out the word Eagles,
I saw it.
she left out a couple letters. It goes something like EGLES, and she's leading the chant, and everyone else was trying to spell it correctly, and then they're like changing to what she had. It's pretty funny.
Oh my gosh.
She can't spell
Well,
Eagles.
Oh no.
that should tell you everything.
That should tell you everything you know.
Oh.
So I picked the Chiefs. Andy, who you got? Do you want the colors or do you want the mascots? Like, what would you rather?
Colors.
Make your decision. Okay.
Colors.
Red and gold or green?
Red and gold.
Okay. Chiefs. SAP?
I think the Chiefs are going to win. And I'm like, I'll go with the Chiefs because I'm like you. The Eagles are so unlikable. So I'll go Chiefs.
Right. Perfect. Shannon?
And Chris Jones is a Mississippi State guy, and he's a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Missouri, so I kind of got to pick the Chiefs, I think. So,
Eva, who does Rick pick for you?
I'm going to go with the Swift Chiefs. Taylor's Chiefs. The Chiefs, Taylor's version.
Is she performing at the halftime show?
No, it's Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And he just won
I
some
don't even
Grammys,
know
but
who
we'll
that
talk about
is.
Some
that.
Grammys, yeah. But I don't want to get into that. That's crossover. There.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't he the one where all those people or somebody died at got crushed to death at his
No,
concert?
that was an actual
Well,
rapper. Not that Kendrick
It
Lamar's
was
not
like
a rapper.
Lil
but
Wayne or
that's-
something.
No, it was somebody else. But it was in Houston.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't Kendrick Lamar?
There's a little fist bump.
A$AP Rocky or somebody.
Yeah, so that's it for the Super Bowl. We'll have a lot of stuff going on next week for that. So stay tuned. I heard someone's team that beat Mississippi State in college basketball recently. Shannon,
Who's?
Oh, they
Whose
beat
team?
the shit out of them.
Oh.
And they beat them at home.
Yeah, it was ugly.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sorry, Sally Ann.
just making
It's
sure
okay.
everybody
I was not watching the game, so it's not as bad when you don't watch it.
Yeah, I
but
didn't see it either. I just saw the score afterwards.
and right now
it was ugly.
it's still middle of the season, and again, without
Yeah.
the Super Bowl happening, there's not a long college basketball season. So this is just a prequel for the March.
But I
Madness.
do want to bring up some interesting term based on that game yesterday is the rankings came out for basketball and Mizzou is above KU, which is all that really
Oh,
matters.
that's a big deal.
So I texted our friend Michael Tomlinson today. and
Of
said-
course.
I
Of
said,
course.
hell hath frozen over if Mizzou is over Kansas in basketball.
Are we still
So,
ranked after that ugly loss?
I think so. I mean, you were 11,
So-
right? You were pretty high up there. So
So KU is basketball and K-State is football, right? I always get them
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
But I got it right this time.
You dropped to 22, Sally Ann.
All right. Still in
You're still in there.
the top 25.
Yeah, you're still there.
You're still going to the dance, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're good.
AC just missed it
Missed
Big
what?
dance.
by that much.
They still. We're not even to conference championships. They're fine.
Hey, they went last year.
But they did.
And the
I
year
mean,
before.
yeah, Shannon, the head coach said it was an embarrassment. Like,
Oh,
our
really?
head
That
coach,
bad,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Good.
So. To get beaten like that at home, that's
Yeah, 25
20
points?
something points.
Wow,
Yeah. Like
yeah.
27 points or something. It's,
Wow.
You think it's as
Wait
bad
till
as
you-
losing by 40 the day after
Yeah,
you traded
I was
your
gonna-
superstar?
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait till you hear the Mavs score.
Right.
yeah.
Okay,
Now
so we're
that-
gonna roll into that. That is some fucking bullshit.
I don't even, I saw it.
Happy Mavs over here. That is some bullshit. Like,
Listen,
Yeah.
I saw
you
it
don't do
yesterday
that.
morning when I got up. I looked at my phone and I saw it and I was like, what day? Like in my mind, I was like, oh, this is an April
This is
Fool's
April
or
Fool's.
something. I was
Yes,
like,
exactly what I thought.
this is not real.
Why do they
Like-
do that?
So it wouldn't the whoever the reporter was that broke it late Saturday night, people actually
Yeah.
reached out to them and said, "Hey, I think you were hacked." Because they're like, "There's no
Seriously?
way this is real. Like, we think someone hacked your account and posted this. There's no way this is real." Literally, everyone, every sport, everywhere is shocked. If you're from here, if you're a Mavs fan, you are crushed.
Yes.
This little
People
picture
have
I have
canceled
behind me.
season tickets. I mean,
Yes.
they're like, no, I'm done.
Yes, cancel season tickets. People are canceling because the Mavs have a streaming service to watch their games as
Yeah.
well as being on TV. So like that, people are canceling. This is insane. Every Mavs advertisement banner
Has-
everywhere has Luca in it. So now that all has to come down. They have to spend all of that money to take that down. It's
Well, I
insane.
mean, that's
Jason
nothing.
Kidd
It's
didn't know
nothing
about
wrong.
it. The players didn't know about it. Luka was
Nobody
looking
knew
for his
about it.
house. Nobody knew about it.
And it was initiated by the Mavs.
That motherfucker, and I'm sorry, audience, I'm going to be passionate today. I have my Texas as fuck hat on so I can represent. That motherfucker is up to something. There's
Yeah.
no way. There are so many rumors flying around that he wants to go to LA to be the GM there, that he's doing this so the owners can get the team to tank so they can move to Vegas. There's so many things going on. If you really wanted to trade Luka, you would get a better deal than what you got, right? Like
Oh
you took
God,
Anthony
yeah.
Davis, who was talk about Luka being injury prone. This guy's injury prone too.
And he's a baby.
And this guy's 6 years older than Luka.
Yeah.
He plays a different position. And we got a first round pick in 2029. I saw something where Kevin Durant was traded, who was older than Luka at the time. There were like 12 picks involved in that trade.
Yeah.
Even just the trade alone, even if you were just like, hey, we want to get rid of Luka, what we got back was not worth it at all.
And they got beat by 40 yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, that too.
Yes.
40.
And everything that they've done, like no one can figure out why he's like, there's no rhyme or reason why he did it. He had a press conference Sunday afternoon talking about it. It's him and Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd looks like he's gonna cry. Like
Yeah.
they brought in Klay Thompson. Like everything they've done in the offseason was to build around Luka. And that's fine, but you're doing that, but all of a sudden you're like, hey, let's just get rid of him for nothing.
None of that makes sense though.
Nothing does. And Nico Harris is like, I saw the clip of the press conference. He looks like the bad guy in all of the movies who's getting away with something, right? Like he's like smiling, happy, laughing about it. And if you've ever seen the movie Major League, this is the plot for Major League. The owner is tanking the team so she can move it. The only difference is nobody wants to see Nico Harris or the owners naked.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what the owners look like, but I'm assuming we don't want to see them naked because they're old.
Well, the one with the majority owner, she's the Vegas Sands Hotel.
Yeah, she's
right? She's got all the money from Vegas.
So like her son or grandson is actually the managing president. It's like Mark Cuban's president managing role. Yeah.
Has Mark Cuban commented on this?
He didn't know about it.
And Mark Cuban
he likes to, he's a little bit of a media whore anyway. So
he didn't know about it.
Okay.
Jason Kidd did not know about it until it was happening. The only people that knew about it were Nico and then the son of that group that said, hey, because they had to sign off on the deal. Like he told them they're doing it. I mean, it's just everyone today, Sports Talk yesterday, like everyone is like the local stations here in Dallas or the Super Bowl for Media Week, and all they're talking about all day today is Luka.
What's in your background, Shiloh? I know
I saw Bush. I saw Bush.
Say something, Shiloh.
R.I.P. Mavs.
R.I.P. Mavs. Time of death, 11/23, February 1st, 2025. I need a recovery beer.
I need what? A
recovery beer. Yeah. And
I
then
saw that
with
with you.
doll, and there's a beer. So in Victory Park, right in there, outside of AAC, people had jerseys. They were building like
a memorial.
Like a memorial. Like somebody actually found a blue coffin that was there. Some people spray painted some very not nice things about some very bad words about Nico Harris. Not racist, just like fuck Nico. And the grounds crew was there trying to clean it off with this power washer, and they couldn't do it. And so the fans just started cheering because they couldn't get it down. Yeah, I mean, just if you want to gut punch, this is a business. I get it. This is not an aging star. This is not us getting rid of someone who's past their prime. He is the heart and soul of this team. And if you want to alienate and ruin a fan base, this is exactly what you do.
He's by far the fan favorite. I mean,
absolutely.
Especially going from Dirk to him, there was so much potential. And it was like we were riding high on that. And it was like, how we're going to replace Dirk. All of a sudden, here comes Luka. And it's like, oh, we found it.
Yes.
And then
he is a generational talent.
Yeah. And Rick was telling me earlier.
That he doesn't ever play again. Like he doesn't. It's going to look. It doesn't. If he's even a fraction as good as he was after we traded him, this is going to be a horrible trade.
Rick was telling me earlier, we were talking about it. He was saying that Luka's not just a star here. He's an international star.
Yeah.
Like he is just on that international level, and you can't get that anywhere.
No, you can't. And he's the reason people want to come play here. Even when Dirk was great, a different era, nobody thought the European players were good. No one big wanted to come play with Dirk, but people want to come play with Luka.
Yeah. It's
and that's
just
gone.
ugh.
Like we've lost that recruit. It's hard to get basketball players to come to Dallas for whatever reason, but nobody people would want to come play with Luca. And the NBA in general, the viewership is down. Like nobody wants to watch the NBA. Like it's not
Mm.
exciting. It's not fun. They've done it to themselves. People are watching their teams, but in general, nobody's watching the NBA.
Think of all the merchandising money they're gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tons.
A lot of people who probably I'm not going to say that. There's a lot of merchandise is going to a third world country, and they're going to get a lot of Luka Doncic
Mhm.
jerseys.
Yeah.
You
thrown
can't
out.
say third world
Well,
developing.
Well, just like you said, like
Underdeveloped.
all the
Developing.
marketing stuff is what
It's going to
gotta be
cost them a lot of money to get rid of that. And so
Yeah.
it's funny. So like if you go to the pro shop, they'll actually keep a lot of the jerseys. But like if you go to the pro shop and you're like, oh, this guy doesn't play here anymore, you can get that jersey at a discount. They'll still sell it. Like people will still buy it. But yeah,
well, let's
Oh,
see.
this is
The
it's a
Cowboys
shit.
suck. The Mavericks are going to suck. Are the Rangers going to be okay?
The Rangers are actually going to turn it around this year.
All right.
And the Stars are
Oh,
decent.
The Stars
listen
are
to
pretty
Shiloh.
good.
They're going to turn it around this year.
They are.
But
They've
this
actually
is
made
what
some pretty good
happens.
moves. The Rangers they have more money coming in. They didn't really do anything last year because the whole Valley sports thing. They didn't know if that revenue stream was coming back. They're creating their own sports network. They have more money. They spent more money. They're going to be better. And the Stars are doing pretty good.
Okay.
But when you talk about money being like it's going to cost so much money, it's nothing to them. This is what happens when you have oligarchs that come
Correct.
in and are making bank off these people like Jerry Jones, and when they're running, whether it's a pro sports team or the country, they're just it's nothing to them. We're basically it's not about the fans. It was never about the fans. It's always about them.
It's
And
about the bottom dollar, and it
yeah,
sucks. And I think everyone knew something was going to happen because Cuban was a billionaire, but he was also the same guy who was sitting courtside. He was
Yep.
a
yeah,
fan. He was a fan,
yeah,
and then he was an owner. And
yeah.
most of the cities don't have that. Most of the sports teams don't have it. And it sucks. Like we're a top 4 market team. We could lose the Mavs. Like that's insane. That never happens leaving that market. But they could. And
Yeah.
it's so out of your control. And all it takes is like, look
Especially
at the
when you
Cowboys.
piss
They're playing
everybody
in
off.
Arlington.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I think that's why they did it. Like it's easy
Yeah.
to leave. Again, the plot of Major League. It's easy to leave if you've alienated all of your fans and no one's going, right? You can go to the
Yeah.
NBA and say
Absolutely.
like, hey, look, nobody's coming to our games. We got to go somewhere else. Like we don't have a
Yep.
fan base here. But you did that to them.
Mm.
It's fucking bullshit.
Yep.
My biggest
That's
thing would
Coach
be
Daddy talking.
my biggest like the best thing that could come out of this is that Luca goes to the Lakers, whether they go anywhere this year or not. But next year
They
he
win.
goes all the way and gets the damn fucking ring and be like and use that ring, puts it on his middle finger and says, "This is for you, Dallas," and boom.
He is motivated by this stuff. Like he has his best games when there's a fan in the stand talking shit to him. We play them
Yeah.
in a couple months or a couple weeks, whatever it is. I would not be surprised if he drops 100 points on us.
Yeah.
And I
He's
think
that
I
kind
read
of
that
talent, and he could.
I think I read he just closed on like a $15 million house here just
Really?
recently.
Well,
I mean, he's
Wow.
making
Air-
like 70 million a year, so it's fine.
Airbnb, baby.
Whatever. Yeah. Sell it to Anthony Davis. Hey, you want to trade houses?
Right.
Swap. Yeah.
Right.
We got plenty of
Yeah.
room for you and your eyebrow.
Yeah, it's just in general, it's just a weird, like it's not just shocking because such a great player was traded, but what they got in return, and then like no one knows.
And
All
how it
Nico Harris
happened.
said was like, "Hey, defense wins championships," and even Luca, when he came in and like he did his social media post saying goodbye, he never thanked the Mavs. He thanked the fans and he thanked all the all the organizations he's worked with in Dallas, but he never once said, "Thank you, Mavs."
Mavericks.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's shit, right? You're
Yeah.
at that level. They should be telling. And again, it's a business. And to me, I think the funniest thing is LeBron didn't know what happened, and LeBron is involved in everything that he tries to be a GM, and he's involved in everything. He found out like everybody else did.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Like he had no idea what was happening.
Out.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm
Okay.
done with my rant.
All right, Coach Daddy's done.
Okay.
He's heated.
Okay,
Yeah.
Eva.
This
Oh
is
wait,
me
Hi.
interviewing
Shiloh.
people.
Shiloh. Softball starts.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my God,
softball.
yeah.
Right?
Sorry, softball.
Ah,
Gay softball starts. We start our season in 2 weeks. The Old Farts team, sorry, the Legends team, the 50 plus, they already have a bid to the World Series in lovely Houston.
But we're feeling good about
in
this
the fall.
season.
But we got a pretty good team. The E team moved up to D, so we're gonna see how that goes.
We're just here.
We're just here so we don't get fined.
We just want to have fun.
Yeah. I have pom-poms. The green pom-poms now.
We're bringing back the. We don't have the. I guess we could use one of these. What do you call them, Eva? Your ebony girls? What are your dogs called?
Oh,
Naturalistas.
naturalistas.
Your naturalistas, because we used to have the
Yeah.
dumb blonde award. The little
Yeah.
No, they will be going. They will be sitting
But we have the Shane Bells now that we can use the Shane
base
Bells.
side. They want seats at the first baseline.
We need to get them on the roster so they can be in the dugout.
Right.
For insurance reasons.
That's right.
And then we're bringing back our spirit stick. I don't know where PH had it, but he brought it back.
I had it.
Oh, did you
I
have
had
Okay,
it
good.
forever, so I gave it to somebody.
I was concerned. I have it now. I was concerned he had done something with it. So
No, it
I'm
was
glad.
in my house.
I think he had it. I think the last time we saw it was before a drag performance that we did, and when you gave it back to us, I think you stuck it between your tights that you wore that night. It did have an odor to it.
That's weird.
I'm kidding. It smelled like
What are you
storage.
talking
You had it in
about?
storage. You had it in
Oh.
storage.
Oh, yeah,
And
I
it had a
thought it
very
smelled like
like
ass.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
smelled pretty bad.
Okay. All right.
That's it,
Sorry,
sports.
All right.
Eva.
All right. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm just gonna quick recap. We'll talk about the Grammys in a second, but while we were gone, it is officially award season. That happened while we were on our break, our hiatus, and in that time, the Golden Globes happened. I think right before we left, the nominations had come out, and just a quick recap: the awards. So Golden Globes does Best Actor, Actress, and Movie, or Best Picture in both two different categories. They do musical comedy and they do drama. That kind of gives everybody a chance to kind of like fill out like all these actors, all these movies that don't get a chance and that are all together instead of they break them up. So for Golden Globes, Best Actress in a Musical Comedy went to Demi Moore, who, if you didn't see her acceptance speech for that, you must go Google it because it was absolutely amazing. And from a lot of the pundits that are out there that follow the award seasons and stuff, myself included, for this podcast, of course, she basically tied up and sewed in a nice little package her Best Actress Oscar, which she was nominated for. The movie was The Substance, and Shannon, I think, is the only one on this panel that has seen that movie. And what were your thoughts?
I liked it until the last 15 minutes of the day.
Yeah, I think that's what made it the comedy because it was absolutely hysterical,
Yes.
weird,
Disturbing, hysterical.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's a dark comedy for
it's
sure.
very dark.
but
Dark comedy.
yeah, I thought she was great in it until that last 15.
Yeah. It was. You need to watch the movie. Watch the movie. It's actually, I think it's streaming now.
And
If you
What's
can't
the
find it
movie?
streaming. The
The one with Demi
Substance.
Moore?
The
Oh.
Substance.
The one with Demi Moore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. Did you see
It
that?
was, yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It got weird at the end.
Very end,
Yeah.
right?
Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah. It's
It's
great.
gory and violent.
It's very
Jeez.
gory. It's very
Ugh.
gory. It was billed as a horror movie, but it's not necessarily scary as like Satan or anything like that. It's more scary as into like what fading actresses actually have to do to stay relevant and to get jobs and keep their careers and keep the money coming in and stuff like that. So,
I mean, they both.
but of course, this takes it to the
good.
opposite. This takes it to the insane extreme of that spectrum. But yes, give it a chance. It's really good.
Shiloh, would you hit that, Demi Moore?
Oh, hell yeah.
That's what I thought.
I want to brush her hair.
You've
Her
got a
hair's so
doll for
pretty.
that.
Stitches, I'd still
No,
hit
but
that,
her
yeah.
hair's so pretty. What'd you say? What'd you say?
Even with those stitches, I'd still hit that.
Oh God. You would hit Monstrella Sue. So the best actor in a musical or comedy went to Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice, where he played Donald Trump. Um, yeah, that's fun. And Best Picture went to Amelia Perez, which is a musical on Netflix. It's streaming. You can watch that with Zoe Saldana and a very problematic trans actress. I apologize. Um, and drama, Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here, from Brazil. She's from Brazil. She's also very problematic. And actor went to
Where are you
Adrian
from?
Brody. Yeah, you can read up on that.
Okay.
Adrian Brody for The Brutalist for actor in a drama, and Best Picture went to Brutalist that he also stars in. Um, I'm not a big fan of Adrian Brody. I've never seen The Pianist, but they're predicting him to win
Great
Never
You've
movie.
seen
never
his
seen
what?
his what?
Penis?
his pianist. His pianist. Although if his nose is any indicator, I might have to check that out. Um, um, but yeah, I've never seen that movie. Rick said we should watch it, but eh. He was really good in The Village. Um,
Didn't he play
so the Oscar
a
noms
slow
were then
person in the
announced.
village?
Yeah, he was. So the Oscar noms were announced shortly thereafter, and of course, the ones that I mentioned before all got nominated. And you'll be seeing soon for my little Oscar special, if it does happen this year, like it did last year, you'll be getting a little PDF printout of the Oscar noms, and make our predictions and that
I
sort
can't
of
wait to
thing. But
win.
what I wanted to go over real quick was the nominations for Best Picture, because there were 10, which 10 is insane, but I guess it was hard to narrow them down. And we've seen four, which is probably the most we've seen in any year, but we're still not done, so we still have a few more weeks to go. The Brutalist, uh, A Complete Unknown, which is the Bob Dylan movie, which we might skip because Bob Dylan, I've never been a fan. I don't understand. Um,
Did
We left
Timothy?
the musical.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Did,
it's
did did Timothy get nominated though?
Timothée Chalamet got
Timothy.
it. Timothée, he was nominated, and he's actually in the running between him and Adrian Brody. Those are the two, like, neck and neck, that potentially might get the award for Best Actor. There's also Conclave, which is streaming on Peacock. You can watch
Seen
about
that one.
Mean Girls Priest Edition.
Mhm.
Is what I've heard. It's really like we watched half of it, but then we realized we needed subtitles, and Apple didn't give me the subtitles. So I told Rick, I can only understand some Italian, but not all of that. So yeah, let's
So you know you
watch.
have to pay to rent it and not get it illegally.
No, it's Peacock. It's streaming. Well, I guess I do pay for it.
Well,
Amelia Perez,
it not only was Italian but Latin in there as well. Like there was a
Latin, yeah,
mix of
Latin
all
too.
sorts of stuff. It's like
Yeah, you're getting them from all over the place. So I'm just like, girl, if it's Spanish, I can do it, but not, I can't do this. Um, Amelia Perez, like I mentioned earlier, you can stream that on Netflix. I'm Still Here, which is the movie that Fernanda Torres is in. I believe it's foreign, so I don't know where it's streaming or not. Nickel Boys, which I heard was really, really good. Um, The Substance was nominated. Wicked, um, and Dune 2 Electric Boogaloo um, was nominated. Dune Part 2 was nominated. So Rick and I have seen, oh, and also Anora, which if you haven't seen Anora, I think I was telling everybody about it. Watch Anora. It's so good. It's about a stripper from Brooklyn who marries this Russian kid who comes in and just basically says, I can give you everything you want. Then there's a big twist, and it turns into this like search party for him because he runs away, and his parents from Russia, who are these big Russian people, come down and they're trying to annul the wedding. It's got a lot of cursing, and a lot of nudity. So if you're
what's it
You
still
on?
had
interested in
me.
that,
You had me. Those are my favorite
that
things.
you can get on Amazon. That you can get on Amazon. Yeah, you see everything in her. She's very pretty. Her name is Mikey Madison, and she's also nominated for Best Actress. Um, Rick and I have seen four of those. We've seen Anora, Dune, Two, Substance, and Wicked. So we'll probably catch up on Conclave and Amelia Perez. So if you get a chance, you can watch those. You know. Um, and the Grammys. We'll go on to the Grammys. Last night, the Grammys were held, and Beyonce won. Let's just get that over with.
Finally.
Finally got her
Why?
best album of the year.
I mean,
Um,
didn't her husband say last year that she pretty much
y-
had to get that this year?
yeah, she had to get it, or she would pull a weekend and boycott the Grammys and blah 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 blah
Yeah.
whatever. But guess who came crawling back to the Grammys last night to perform was The Weeknd. But she also won Best Country Album, which we saw that announcement being made, and we saw the stunned look on her face when she won, and we saw Casey Musgraves' not very happy face when she won, because I think she was more of the front runner for that album, which I didn't listen to because she's gone very like somber after her divorce, and it's just
Like
not like the
Casey?
fun. Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
fun Casey like you we had before. Marriage did her wrong, so she's writing all about it. Um,
Quick
Well, that's
question
some
what
other
about
country
thing,
music is, though, right? You know?
yeah,
I have a
yeah.
quick question about Beyonce. Has she done some work to make herself lighter?
Um,
Like,
was she what? She wore blonde hair, or she had blonde hair. I shouldn't say wore. I don't know if it's her real
she
hair or
looked
not,
like a
but
white girl. I'm just
Mhm.
saying.
I mean,
she
I saw pictures and I was like, who the fuck is this white girl?
She looked like
yeah,
a
But I was
white
like, oh,
girl.
it's
she's
Beyonce. Yeah.
she I think it just made her look lighter. I'm not quite sure. I've never been a Beyonce
You
fan. I'm
didn't
more of a
didn't happen when
Solange
she
fan.
started singing country, like she didn't just start getting lighter when she started singing
Well,
country,
I
or
mean, she may have started, but they probably after they did her wrong at the CMAs and the ACMs, and think she kind of just said an F you to them. So,
Did they do
which
her wrong, or did she just not deserve it?
I there's a little bit of both. I think she should have gotten nominated, whether she won or not, but I don't think that she was ever going to get into that market. I mean, it's Nashville, it's white Nashville. Come on. There's only
She
ever
had
been,
one catchy song
She's
that talked about
but
cowboy
how many black, how many African American country superstars have you ever known in the
one.
history
How
of country
many?
music?
Neil McCoy.
Darius
He was
Rucker,
half.
Well, she's just trying to copy Taylor.
Charlie Pride.
Charlie Pride.
Well,
Charlie Pride was
well,
doing it long, long time ago.
well, long, long time ago. Yes, yes, he was.
She's
But
just
yeah,
trying
I
to
mean, it's
copy
just
Taylor.
Shabuzi. Shabuzi.
Mhm.
Isn't he black? I should know that.
Who is
Um,
that,
Charlie
Shallow?
Pride.
Shabu.
It's hard to see the
Oh,
bobblehead. Charlie Pride.
Oh
What
yeah.
about your one of your natural nieces, Toronto?
Wait,
They-
you have a Charlie Pride doll? What was that?
Bobblehead. So he used to own part of. He used to be a Rangers owner, or like
Oh,
minority owner. He
oh,
played on the team for a hot minute, a long time ago.
that's an
oh
odd
wow.
collectible.
I didn't know
It
that. That's
is.
really kind of
It
cool.
is.
The year the Rangers had like their 50 whatever thing, and they were giving out like their 50th anniversary. That was one of the bobbleheads for that.
That's kind of
Oh,
cool.
interesting. Um, Kendrick Lamar won most of the general field Grammys, except for Best Album of the Year, which went to Beyonce, like we said earlier. Um, Sabrina Carpenter won some awards, which if you don't know Sabrina, you should check out Sabrina. She's the new hot thing. Chappell Roan won Best New Artist, if you're into her. Charlie XCX, after having this brat summer, which I tried to explain to everybody, but this isn't the place to do it to understand it. She won 3 Grammys last night, which I was very, 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 very happy for her to do. And the best part of the Grammys were Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift won zero, 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 which ended their streak of years of winning Grammys. So, uh, but yeah, and the fashion, there was some fashion that was, I mean, it's the Grammys, so they're treating it more like the VMAs, like this, it's a lot of skin. I looked up
Too
some that
much.
were, yeah, I looked up some ones that were kind of interesting. Um, I will say, I think out of the ones that I saw, my best dressed would actually have to be, um, I did like Charlie's dress. I just didn't like the color, which was like a gray, bluish gray color. Um, but I honestly think that Alicia Keys looked amazing in her dress.
I
It was
didn't
like
watch
a
it.
black, it was a black sort of Grecian type corseted um, ensemble dress. It wasn't a gown. It was more like like a dress. Um, and Cardi B looked really good too. Cardi B had this gold, tight fitting, shimmery sequin dress, and the train of it was just nothing but feathers. It was. I think she looked good. I'm not a big fan of Cardi B. I love some of her music, but she looked really, really, really good. Um, Miley Cyrus looked good. We saw her too. Shannon liked her ensemble as well. It was like a black leather um, dress. Um, but yeah, but I was trying to see if I could pull that up, but I can't for Alicia Keys. But yeah, so the next big one is the Oscars. So I wanted to kind of keep it short with the awards stuff
Yeah.
this week. So I'll get into what's been going on with Real Housewives next week, and talk more in length about Dorit's impending divorce and Kyle Richards finally, after 14 seasons of enduring her nauseating face and voice, we're finally getting a Kyle Richards takedown season, and she might end up leaving after this. So here's hoping.
Okay, but the thing about this is, and I totally am all for bringing down Kyle, but all
Yeah.
around tweets, or sorry, text with Dorit's husband. I mean, I'm like, that's a bit of a stretch if you're going to
I
take
don't.
something down.
I agree. I think it's trivial.
I'm
I think
like,
it's more. I think it's more of the the fact that she is still communicating with him and not her.
yeah,
She's her friend,
yeah,
you
yeah, I
know.
get that.
So I mean, I get that, but then also what's in those tweets or what's in those texts? You know, oh, we just exchanged memes. But then she's like, "Don't worry, I'll never repeat anything you tell me through a
Right,
text."
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, come on, girl, like use your common sense.
But it's not like she's having an affair with him.
Oh
Ugh.
God. Ugh.
Oh,
But there is word that she is a little bit peeved about Kyle is peeved at Dorit because there was rumors like going around that she was the one that was having an affair with Mo.
No.
So yeah.
When you say
So I'm
Mo, do you
hoping all
mean
that's
homosexual, or is that a person's name?
No.
yeah, her
Maurice.
separated husband, not her ex-husband yet. But
Mauricio.
um but yeah, so does anybody watch OC real quick before I end? Anybody
What do
ever
you
watch
think?
OC?
I
No,
I
I don't
used
even
to
know what
watch
that
OC.
is.
You used to watch it.
See,
Well,
way back. Yeah.
yeah, the Real Housewives of OC. So back at season 5, I think, there was a Texas girl that got introduced, and she was on there for 4 seasons, 4 or 5 seasons, and then she abruptly left. She's making a comeback. Um, for season 19, Gretchen Rossi is coming back. She was from
What?
I
Waco.
recognize that name.
Gretchen
Yeah,
the blonde
the blonde Barbie looking
who married
Gretchen.
that guy that was married to the other housewife.
Yes, yes. And he was in a relationship with 4 other ones before he finally got to
Mhm.
the platform which he can actually be on the Real Housewives. But yeah, she's coming back, which I
That's
liked
really
Gretchen.
dumb.
She's very controversial, but
I was gonna say she might be a
yeah,
little problematic.
she's a little controversial, but yeah, so
Too funny.
that's it.
Thanks, Eve.
Yeah.
Okay, kids, that's a wrap.
Well, but
Go see Oh Mary, or for the listeners, go see Oh Mary or Gypsy on
Oh,
Broadway.
yeah. So good.
Okay.
We'll
Very
All
good.
right.
review later. Bye.
all right.
Bye.
Bye.